Hello, and in this training video, we will do a scheduling overview. Starting in our home dashboard, there are a few different ways to access the schedule. The first way is here within the scheduling pod of the home dashboard. You can simply double-click the word schedule. That will navigate to your scheduling module and open it up. Another way to access a schedule is by expanding the scheduling module here in the top right of the scheduling pod. Again, that opens up the schedule. The last and most commonly used way to access the schedule would be to single-click the scheduling module within the dark blue header. Let's take a look at the different buttons within the schedule. Starting in the very top right is your plus button. This plus button will allow you to add new appointments. If you are not using appointment slots, you can just add appointments on the schedule. If you are using appointment slots, this will allow you to add an appointment outside of that slot. Here we can see we have an open space. If I wanted to book an appointment there, I can select appointment. That will open up this new appointment details box on the right that I can fill out the information to book outside of an appointment slot. You have your busy time. This will allow you to set a busy time for a specific employee in the office. Your office closed will allow you to close your office. If you close for holidays or any other specific days, you can put these on your schedule. Employee hours are the hours that an employee is working. These are not needed, but if you are a multi-location practice and your employees hop between locations, this will be extremely helpful. And lastly, your appointment slots. This is how you will build these slots you're seeing within my schedule. Here I have some slots for Mara Floyd. I can hover and tell which appointment types I can book in this slot and the times. Here I have a different slot for the Dr. Mary Catherine. You can hover and see additional information. Again, I have an appointment slot for the Dr. George Lucas. And then I have a generic optometrist appointment slot. So using your plus button will allow you to add these different types of things within your schedule. The next button is your settings. This will allow you to set the view of your schedule. This is editable per employee in the office, so you may see something different from your employee next to you. If this is your first time accessing the schedule, it will default to horizontal and a 15-minute increment. You're more than welcome to change to the vertical view and change your increment times. This will allow you to see more of the day at a glance. If we were to select a 30-minute increment and click Save, you will now see the view looks completely different as it did before. What we did is we changed from the view being on the left to the view being here vertically. We can scroll up and down to see additional information. As far as that time increment went, instead of seeing all those different times we had listed here, we now see 30-minute increments to view more of the day. Both within your horizontal and vertical schedule, you will always have a dark blue line. You can see it right here with the time. This is the exact time it is today. I'm going to go ahead and select my settings and go back to the horizontal view. I'm going to leave it at that 30 increments so we can see a little bit more throughout the day. Your last button in the top right is your refresh button. This will allow you to get a quick refresh of this module. Let's move down to the left. Starting here on the left, this is your 3-month calendar. You can see right now it is a white color, whereas this agenda is a dark gray. That means we do not have it selected. To single-click the 3-month calendar will open up on the far left a 3-month view so that you can easily navigate between different days. Your next button is your agenda. Let's unselect that. If we unselect that, you will notice that list of patients and that list of appointment slots here disappears. We can select it again to see that agenda view. Some offices prefer to leave one or both of these minimized to get a better view of the schedule. Next is your filter. This has its own video as well. The filter is extremely important. If this is your first time accessing the system, if you're a new employee, a new office, you want to make sure this is the first thing you come edit. You're going to select the filter and click Custom Filter. You will want to make sure that you have your calendar item types selected, that you have at least active, in progress, completed, and available selected so that you can view those, and then any of the employees you would like to see. Leaving this with nothing selected would view everything. Same with your user roles. So you either want to leave it selected to nothing or single click the employees you would like to see. The big thing you want to do is make sure you click Set as Default. That way it will keep these changes every time you log in. Once you click Set as Default, you can select Save to navigate back to the schedule. Within your filter, you have a My Items and a Reset. Reset is really helpful because if you wanted to print this schedule for the day for one doctor, you can change your filter, then click your Reset to go back to your main default. The next button is your Print button. This will allow you to print your schedule for the day and the patient information sheets for the day. If you want to print only the appointments for the day, you will need to come in and change your filter to only view appointments and not appointment slots, busy times, employee hours, and office closed. Once you change your filter, when you click your schedule button to print your schedule, it will only have your appointments versus everything you see listed here in the agenda view. The last button is your wait list. You can add patients to a wait list or view your wait list. For additional information on the wait list, please see that video. Now here in the middle, we have our date. This is the date you are at on the schedule, and you have a back button and a forward button. The back button will take you back one single day, and the forward button will move you forward one single day. If you wanted to navigate to a specific day, you can single click within the date, and it will open up a date selection. You can navigate back a month, forward a month as needed. It will change your day up here and navigate you to that day within the schedule. To navigate back to today, you have a few different options. The first thing you can do is here within your date selection, you can click Today. To the right of the date selection, you can select the word Today. And within your 3-month calendar view, you also have a Today selection. Within your 3-month calendar view and within your calendar lookup, you will always know what day it is by the blue square around the date. So here, even if I didn't look in the bottom left to see that today is March 4th, I can tell within my schedule today is March 4th. I'm going to select Today to navigate back to today. To the right of today, you have a +1, +3, +6, and +12. This will allow you to easily navigate forward 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. This feature that you have here and you also have to the left here can be extremely helpful. When the doctor lets you know that he wants to see a patient back in 6 months, you can easily select your +6 button to navigate forward 6 months. If you have your 3-month calendar view open as well, it will navigate you easily to 6 months forward. We can tell 6 months is a Saturday, so I might be closed that day. I can navigate back a day or forward by selecting a date. If you are a multi-location practice, you can change your location drop down in the top right to navigate to a different location. Here I can see the location for location B by changing that in the top right. If you are a multi-location practice, you want to make sure that your location is correct before you schedule any appointments. I'm going to navigate back to my normal location to see that schedule. Now that we went over the different buttons that you have available to you within the schedule, let's take a look at the schedule itself. I'm going to navigate back to today, and I am going to close my 3-month view. Your agenda here on the left, like we said earlier, can be minimized, but this will give you an overview of what is happening. Here we can see we have an available appointment slot, we have a patient coming in, followed by another patient, so on and so forth. The agenda will give you a little bit more information about the items listed in the schedule. Here I can see that my first patient of the day is booked with Mara Floyd and that it has been confirmed and their insurance has been verified and it's valid. Next patient, we have the appointment being confirmed, but we don't have the insurance being verified. These interview buttons have to do with the PHR interview. If you're not using that, they will stay in an orange status. Same with our next patient, we can see that they have the same as this one. They've only been confirmed. And our last patient has not been confirmed, nor their insurance verified. Another helpful view in the agenda is whether the patient is new or not. Here for these two patients, I can see that they are new, and they have that in parentheses. You also have the age of the patient in brackets. I know that Frodo here is 71, Bilbo is 89, Minerva is 58, and Legolas is 76. If this information isn't relevant or you don't want to view it, you can unselect agenda and you won't see that information. Here within the schedule itself, we have a few different areas as well. I'm scrolling to earlier in the day. Here I can tell these dark gray squares means my office is closed. The office being closed, your light squares here in the middle, which is your lunchtime, and your office being closed in the end of the day are able to be set from your admin area under the location itself. If your office does not close for lunch, you can change those as well so that you don't have your lunchtime here as a light gray. On the far left, these are the employees or doctors that you have listed within the schedule or that you have selected within your filter. Under my name, you see that there are some times, whereas you don't see times listed under the other ones. These times are the employee hours. These are what will log you into the correct location and let you see what times that employee or doctor are in the office. If you need to actually access the employee hours, you will need to open up your agenda view, and they will be located in the agenda view. Here I can see those are my employee hours, and they are set on the right, they are set from 9 a.m. to 5:50. Anything that you select here within the agenda view or within the schedule itself will open on the right and give you additional details about that appointment, those employee hours, your busy times, so on and so forth. While viewing your schedule, you want to make sure that you have different color variations. You can see here that all my appointment slots are a light or a pale color, whereas my actual exam templates are a slightly bolder or darker color. This will allow you to at a glance see an appointment slot versus an appointment time. This concludes our video with an overview of the schedule.